Hi, my name is Candy. I'm here to share my fitness journey with you. I don't know how many of you out there have struggled with just staying healthy, feeling good, losing weight, trying to balance all this stuff and live your life too. So obviously, there's probably tons of us out there that really don't like exercise. And I'm one of those. I know it's a necessity in life that you need to get up there, you need to get cardio, you need to, whatever the experts say you need to do. And I find myself just getting bored. You know, I can sit at home and I can say, oh yeah, I'm going to try it. First 2 days, yeah, let's go. And after that, I'm like, this is boring. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I need excitement. I need something that changes me, that challenges me, that's not in my own home. Because let's face it, how many of us walk through the door after a long day at work and are like, okay, well, let's do this. But you sit down and you're like, yep, I'm done. I don't want to get back up. I don't want to do this. It's been a long day. I don't care. And we just don't. So I had to think outside the box for myself, get me interested. I've done memberships at gyms and, went for a while. You got to scan in, you got to do this, and then lost interest. And let's face it, how many of us paid for a gym membership that we ended up not using for months before we decided that we were canceling those memberships? So I was looking for something different that was more intriguing to me, that caught my interest. And I've always been somebody who wants to be powerful, who just feels like I got this power, and not necessarily physically, but mentally and physically, just, I guess I look at myself as Wonder Woman, being able to do so many different things, but for others, but I forget to take that time for myself. So I decided that I'm going to take a year-long journey and try to stay on track with doing a fitness program. I went and looked at a place called 9 Rounds. What it is it focuses on boxing, kickboxing, and at 9 different stations. You got 3 minutes each station. You just kind of work it out. And for me, I work in a mental health field, so it gets to be very draining. It can be mentally draining, physically draining. So I wanted something to be able to take my aggression out a little bit on. That was my selling point, is I could go there and let everything out. And as I work in mental health, if you're feeling physically good, it also makes you feel mentally good. So I went in and took a tour of the place, and you do a free round. There's a trainer and the owner who goes through everything step by step with you, and just kind of shows you how to do everything. And so I did, and let me tell you, it kicked my butt. I was tired after that first half hour, and it's like a half-hour workout. So you do 9 different stations, 3 minutes a piece. In between, you get like a 30-second thing, but they're having you do other things. They're like, get on the floor, do sit-ups, get on the floor, do this, or burpees or something, which, let me tell you, I don't like burpees either. And anyways. They go through that, and I will tell you, the trainer that was there, he was great, made me feel comfortable. I think one of the takeaways for me that first day I was there that really sold me is I was at one of the stations and trying to just get it. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I'm watching, trying to really hone down on what it is I'm doing. And I happened to see there's a person kind of next to me just jump roping it. And I was like, dang, she's fast, I said to the trainer. And he says to this lady who is jump roping, like, hey, did you see how many squats she did? Did you see what she did? He's like, no. Or she said, no, I didn't. I was too busy focusing on what I was doing. And he said to me, did you hear that? She's not paying attention to what you're doing. Nobody's paying attention because we're focusing on ourselves, on what we're doing. And in that instant, he hit on a very insecure part of me and just honed in on that, because I feel like I'm constantly being judged. I've went years with being judged because up and down weight, and it, in that short amount of time, he just knew exactly where I was coming from and just really pointed that out. And at that moment, I was like, first of all, this guy knows what he's doing. And second of all, we are all here just to improve ourselves and just to do, work on that. If we can help each other and support each other along the way, I think that's a good thing. And at the end of each round session that you do, they're like fist pumping, saying, yeah, great, great job. And everybody else that is there is doing the same thing and encouraging you. And so after that first night of walking through, I was instantly sold. And then obviously you go to prices and you're looking at this and you're like, okay, so this is how much it is per month. And I'm thinking, okay, I got to think about this. How am I going to do this? Or how is this? How can I rationalize the cost? And I'm like, you know what? The way I rationalized it was, okay, it may be this much for a year of it, but think of the benefits that I get long term. There's less likely I'd have to be hospitalized for something, heart disease, because that runs in my family. So there's less appointments to a doctor's office. Plus, it's making me feel better about who I am. How can I really put a price on that? Which you have to, in a sense. I can't put a price on it, but there is a price, a point that you can financially afford to do. This was something I knew I could financially afford to do. I think it was just part of me looking at trying to find an excuse not to do it. To be honest, I sat there and hummed and hawed, and I was like, well, I get paid this day, I'll just come back and do it. And finally I had to be honest with myself. If I left that place and did not sign that membership, I was not coming back. I wasn't going to do it. And so I just broke down, signed the membership, and decided to take this journey. I have a goal in mind. Over the year, I would like to lose about 80 pounds is what my goal is. I have become a little, and that's doable, but I also set up something so I don't feel like if I don't reach that I failed. I'm like, okay, well, what if I could lose 50 pounds in that time frame? But if I got 80, that would even be better. So it's a little more achievable. And I got to look at them in little goals. If I don't have set some little goals for myself, I'm going to get frustrated and I'm going to give up. And I don't want to give up. So many times in this life going through this stuff, I have given up and regretted it. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to live a healthy and long life and be able to enjoy my children and myself without having to worry that someday maybe my heart's going to give out on me. Maybe I'm, going to be a diabetic and have to live with giving myself constant medication. And so I decided, like I said, I signed up that night and I want to be able to share my story to not only maybe help somebody else, but also draw strength from you guys too. And just having a group of us maybe that can come together and support each other through the challenges that you face in this, helping each other, not wanting to give up. I think we all need a cheerleader in our corner. And I think that it's important to continue to, instead of stepping on people or being like, oh, look at me, I'm this way, I'm that way, and you're this way. I think that we need to take a journey with a bunch of people and be able to understand and help support that and encourage that. So this is what my goal is to do for that, is to be able to not only improve myself, but it's also to help others and to create a support system. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share comments below. Let's share this journey together.